Are you confused by all the conflicting advice out there about the diabetes diet? What if many of the common rules you've heard are actually myths? This video is here to debunk diabetes diet myths across 8 chapters and reveal what you actually need to eat to manage your blood sugar effectively. Get ready to know the truth about diabetes diets. The 6th myth is especially surprising. 1. The glycemic index. We often focus intently on the glycemic index, GI, of foods, a measure of how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels. While helpful, relying solely on the GI can be misleading and doesn't tell the whole story. The level of processing a food undergoes can have a significant and often overlooked impact on its effect on blood glucose. For instance, a whole grain of wheat has a lower GI than white bread made from refined wheat flour. The refining process breaks down the grain, making its carbohydrates more readily digestible and absorbable, leading to a faster and higher blood sugar spike. Similarly, whole fruits generally have a lower GI than fruit juices because the fiber in whole fruits slows down sugar absorption. Consider this. A baked potato has a different impact on blood sugar than mashed potatoes, even though they originate from the same vegetable. The mashing process breaks down the cellular structure, increasing the surface area for digestive enzymes to work. Focusing on minimally processed, whole foods is a crucial strategy for stable blood sugar, often more impactful than simply checking a GI chart. Aim to choose whole grains over refined grains, whole fruits over juices, and prepare your own meals whenever possible to control the level of processing. 2. The gut microbiome. The trillions of microorganisms residing in your gut, collectively known as the gut microbiome, are emerging as a significant player in metabolic health and blood sugar regulation. These tiny inhabitants aren't just passive bystanders. They actively interact with our bodies in complex ways. Certain types of gut bacteria help to break down complex carbohydrates into short-chain fatty acids, which can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation, both key factors in managing diabetes. An imbalance in the gut microbiome, often influenced by diet, can negatively impact glucose metabolism. Interestingly, research suggests that individuals with type 2 diabetes often have a less diverse gut microbiome compared to those without the condition. Cultivating a healthy and diverse gut microbiome through diet is a promising avenue for supporting blood sugar control. This can be achieved by consuming a variety of fiber-rich plant-based foods, as different fibers feed different types of beneficial bacteria. Fermented foods like yogurt with live and active cultures, kefir, and sauerkraut can also introduce beneficial microbes to the gut. Think of your gut microbiome as an unseen partner in your diabetes management journey. Nourishing it can yield significant benefits. 3. The role of protein. While carbohydrates often take center stage in diabetes discussions, protein plays a vital, though sometimes underestimated, role in blood sugar management. Protein has a minimal direct impact on blood glucose levels compared to carbohydrates. However, it significantly contributes to satiety, helping you feel fuller for longer and potentially reducing overall carbohydrate intake. Furthermore, protein can help stabilize blood sugar by slowing down the absorption of glucose when consumed with carbohydrates. It also plays a crucial role in building and repairing tissues, which is important for overall health. Consider incorporating lean sources of protein, such as fish, poultry, beans, lentils, tofu, and eggs, into each of your meals and snacks. Pairing protein with carbohydrates can help mitigate post-meal blood sugar spikes. For example, having a hard-boiled egg with a slice of whole wheat toast or adding chickpeas to a salad can be beneficial. Aim for a consistent intake of protein throughout the day rather than consuming large amounts in a single sitting. Current dietary guidelines in the United States generally recommend that adults consume around 50 grams of protein per day, but individual needs can vary based on factors like activity level and kidney function. 4. The role of healthy fats. Contrary to older dietary recommendations, healthy fats are not the enemy for individuals with diabetes. In fact, they are essential for various bodily functions and can play a significant role in managing blood sugar levels. Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil, help to increase satiety, slowing down digestion, and preventing rapid glucose absorption. They also contribute to improved insulin sensitivity and can have a positive impact on cardiovascular health, which is particularly important for people with diabetes who are at an increased risk of heart disease. Aim to incorporate sources of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats into your daily meals. For example, add a quarter of an avocado to your salad, sprinkle some chia seeds on your yogurt, or drizzle olive oil over your vegetables. Remember, Not all fats are created equal. Focus on unsaturated fats and limit your intake of saturated and trans fats. Studies indicate that individuals who regularly consume nuts have a 13% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. 5. Meal timing and frequency. Beyond what you eat, when and how often you eat can significantly impact blood sugar levels. Skipping meals can lead to significant fluctuations in blood glucose, often resulting in both highs and lows. Similarly, consuming large meals can overwhelm the body's ability to process glucose efficiently. Eating regular, balanced meals throughout the day helps to maintain more stable blood sugar levels. For some individuals, smaller, more frequent meals might be beneficial in preventing large post-meal glucose spikes. Pay attention to how your body responds to different meal timings and patterns. Consider working with a registered dietitian to develop a personalized eating schedule that aligns with your lifestyle and helps optimize your blood sugar control. Consistency is key when it comes to meal timing and frequency. Research suggests that people who eat breakfast regularly tend to have better blood sugar control throughout the day, with approximately 20 to 30% of adults in the United States skipping breakfast on any given day. 6. The truth about candy. Let's face it, that sugary treat can be tempting. However, when it comes to diabetes, candy presents a significant challenge. Most traditional candies are loaded with refined sugars that are rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream, leading to sharp and often unpredictable spikes in blood glucose levels. These rapid increases can make it difficult to maintain stable blood sugar control over time. Furthermore, candy typically offers very little in terms of nutritional value. It's often packed with empty calories, artificial colors, and flavors, without providing essential vitamins, minerals, or fiber. While an occasional small treat might be manageable for some individuals with well-controlled diabetes under the guidance of their healthcare team, frequent or large consumption of candy can sabotage your efforts to keep your blood sugar in a healthy range. It can also contribute to weight gain and increase the risk of other diabetes-related complications. Instead of reaching for that candy bar, consider satisfying your sweet tooth with naturally sweet options like a small portion of fruit paired with nuts, or a sugar-free alternative in moderation. Remember, consistent blood sugar management is a marathon, and frequent sugary indulgences can be significant roadblocks. In the United States, the average person consumes over 20 pounds of candy per year. 7. Navigating diet drinks. At first glance, diet drinks might seem like a harmless alternative to their sugary counterparts, offering sweetness without the calories or the immediate blood sugar surge. However, the impact of diet drinks on diabetes management is more complex than simply 0 calories equals 0 problems. Some studies have suggested a potential link between the consumption of artificially sweetened beverages and an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, although the exact mechanisms are still being investigated. Furthermore, for individuals already living with diabetes, the long-term effects of regularly consuming artificial sweeteners found in diet drinks are not fully understood. Some research hints at potential negative impacts on gut health and even glucose metabolism. While a diet soda here and there might not cause immediate harm, relying heavily on these beverages might not be the optimal choice. They don't provide any nutritional benefits and could potentially have unforeseen consequences down the line. Consider hydrating primarily with water, unsweetened tea, or infused water with natural flavors like lemon or cucumber. These options are truly neutral and support overall health without the potential concerns associated with artificial sweeteners in large quantities. 8. The ketogenic diet. Right for you? The ketogenic diet, characterized by very low carbohydrate intake, moderate protein, and high fat, has gained popularity, and some individuals with diabetes have explored it as a way to manage their blood sugar. By drastically reducing carbohydrates, the body enters a state of ketosis, where it primarily burns fat for fuel. This metabolic shift can indeed lead to significant reductions in blood glucose levels and HbA1c in some people with diabetes, particularly in the short term. However, the ketogenic diet is a significant dietary change that requires careful planning and medical supervision, especially for individuals on diabetes medications, as it can increase the risk of hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. Furthermore, the long-term sustainability and potential health implications of a very high-fat diet are still being studied. It can be restrictive and may not be suitable or enjoyable for everyone. Nutrient deficiencies and gastrointestinal issues are also potential concerns. While the keto diet might be a viable option for some individuals with diabetes under strict medical guidance, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution and should not be undertaken without consulting a healthcare professional and a registered dietitian. A more balanced and sustainable approach to carbohydrate management, focusing on whole, unprocessed sources and portion control, is often recommended as the cornerstone of a diabetes diet. Understanding these 8 points provides a more comprehensive picture of how different dietary components impact your diabetes management. Remember, making informed choices and seeking personalized guidance are key. You might also want to watch this video on understanding how exercise affects blood sugar. Please subscribe to this channel if you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.